Hello everybody, High Flyers Tag Team back here with a video. I promised you I did a poll. I'm going to do this first before the hellhole of a video I'm going to have to do here soon on Genshin Mushi. Oh my god, so much information on Genshin Mushi. But I'm not talking about that today. I'm going to go on ahead and hurry up and do this video before I have to go to work. And this video won't take me as long and make me very sad. So on today's video, I want to talk about the fact that it is heavily rumored, actually in the lore of the Monsterverse, and there's evidence to back it up, that there's indeed a King Ghidorah under Skull Island. Now, this video will contain some minor GvK spoilers, I guess. I will not be discussing them right now, though. I will warn you guys before I discuss any GvK stuff. So you guys are good right now. Don't leave yet. I'm not going to spoil anything about GvK. We're going to talk about past Monsterverse stuff right now. When we go on GvK again, I'll warn you. So yes, guys, King Ghidorah, is there one under Skull Island? Well, we know from in Monsterverse lore that this is from Wikizilla, is where the first place I really saw this appear. I had some of my friends look in the novel. This is a quote from the old script from the movie, as you guys can see right here. This is the scene where they enter the temple and are looking at all the different stuff on the wall. And it says, Weaver photographs a new set of parallax images. A whole... dude, I'm not even talking today, but you can read it yourself. But it discusses specifically how there is one creature that's shown off with 3 heads. You know, no big deal. I guess. Then we move on to the actual novel. They actually left this scene in. Giant oh my god, okay. The images and shapes across the wall were chilling. The idea is that they were even real, even more so. Giant reptilian beast. One with 3 heads. A crocodile 50 feet long. A snake-like monster slinking from holes in the ground and snapping towards the sun. Webbed feet creatures spiked along their backs. You know, it's just... Right here, it's talking about the skull crawlers. But it is, like, the scene from here, what happened, I don't know exactly why this was supposed to be included, though, and they cut it from the movie. No idea why they cut it from the movie, but they left it in the novel, making it in the Monsterverse canon until it is retconned or something. So, there's some sort of monster under Skull Island that has 3 heads. And if you look here, this is the scene at the end of the book, where if you think about it, they would be talking about, like, King Ghidorah and Godzilla and them, the after credit scene. Instead, it talks about Kong fighting a giant winged beast. I'm assuming it's Kamazots and stuff. So, first things first, what's this all mean? Well, first things first, and this is going to add to the last video real quick, by the way, of Ghidorah having a brother. Y'all said I was overthinking it, or it's crazy, there's no way it's real. Okay, guys, we're talking about the Monsterverse, where there are human beings who can see the future and the past, and predict the future and the past. Not even just predict, I mean, they can literally see the future and the past. We have human beings who do that with this monkey juice shit. And then we also have Mothra, who has, like, telepathic connection to humans. I really don't get how some of the stuff would be just like, there's no way. Like, you know, stuff with Ghidorah come from another planet. There is so many ways that could be true that one of those cultures saw. I mean, I found out from the writer himself that the time the guy saw the past and saw Kong's origins, that was legit. So, anyways, moving on from that quick rant. So, is there any evidence to back this up? Well, I mean, let's think about something really simple here. Just a really simple concept. For some reason, I didn't pull up a picture. Don't know why. I'm sorry. I have no idea why I did not pull up the picture of it. But, what do we see from King Ghidorah here? Storms. Lightning. Golden lightning. Well, what do we see around Skull Island? Storms. Golden lightning. It's a simple concept, but just bear with me. It's interesting because there's nothing else in the Monsterverse that really has shown or indicated, you know, of any other creatures that were making, like, these golden lightning storms that seem basically, like, impossible to the characters. And it's stuff that, you know, boards off stuff, all that. It could be that there is indeed a Ghidorah living under Skull Island, Ghidorah of some sort, who is creating a storm to protect the island, or just like basically protect himself, keep himself enclosed in the island. Uh, and that would explain why there's a constant storm system around Skull Island and the Golden Lightning. We know these storms usually don't go away unless either Ghidorah, if as far as we know, he can unactivate them, or if basically he gets killed, like when Burning Godzilla killed him. So there is evidence to suggest that this three-headed creature, this is the only time we know. There's a few other people that could probably be argued who this could be, but all of them have been confirmed to have more than 3 heads. This would literally be the only thing I could, in any way, shape, or form, think of being a 3-headed giant creature on an island covered by a storm, a massive, powerful storm, which is blocking out from all outside stuff, and it is also surrounded with golden lightning. Now, I'm going to make a case. Here comes some GvK spoilers. If you don't want to spoil for GvK, out. Leave! This is your warning. Alright, are you gone? If you're saying, I'm assuming you really don't care, or somehow you know the movie. So, from a GvK Russian Expo footage that came out about a year ago, which we have since basically figured out is pretty legit. I mean, there's way more evidence suggesting it's legit than not. There's going to be a scene in the movie where Alexander Skarsgård walks into a temple where there's some sort of Ghidorah chained up to like the ruins of something, sort of like a mountain too. And here's my hypothesis: the ancient people, the same people who could tell the future and past, all that good stuff. Basically, I think either another Ghidorah arrived at some point, or during one of Godzilla and Ghidorah's battles in ancient times, the same battles where Godzilla beat Ghidorah at some point. But one of these battles, Ghidorah could have got one of his necks ripped off. And I would have to say it'd be the middle neck, seen as in King of the Monsters. When Kevin got ripped off, he died. But whenever the middle neck was the only one still left alive, the body was still able to regenerate. It was going to be fine. So there's evidence to suggest that the side heads, if they get ripped off, they die. But if the middle head gets ripped off, it survives, basically. So if that's the case, either another Ghidorah arrived at some point, I think, or the middle head got ripped off during one of the battles and regrew. I think the ancient people were smart, chained him up in some sort of special type of metal from the Hall of Earth. I really, really highly believe Mechagodzilla will be made out of some sort of fantasy metal from the Hall of Earth. I mean, there's so much you can do with the Hall of Earth that will explain why he'll be powerful enough to take on Godzilla and Kong at the same time. I believe it won't be normal, like, Earth metal. It will be some sort of special metal that'd be able to hold someone like Ghidorah down, a weakened Ghidorah. I think from here, what happens is that he can sense the other door is possibly alive. The storms are around the island due to the fact he's living there. And like I say, he's chained up. I strongly believe the reason that the monsters are heading to Skull Island is not because Godzilla is commanding them to go there. It's not because Mechagodzilla is there with the Orca. I'm starting to highly believe the reason why is because there's a Ghidorah chained up under Skull Island, and now he's calling out to the Titans. And that's why there's seismic activity that is drawing the Titans' attention. It's because the Ghidorah under Skull Island is creating it. And we know that his calls and stuff can attract monsters and stuff. I honestly think this could be what's happening. There's something where the monsters have a hard time reaching him. Even the ones of the Hall of Earth. Even the Skull Crawlers of some sort. And he's down there calling out to monsters, probably to come free him. And it's just not going to work. And I believe Alexander Skarsgård and them, while they're on their travels, they end up, probably thanks to the Iwi tribe, they end up finding Ghidorah, some sort of Ghidorah under there. I don't believe he'll play a big role in the movie per se. Maybe they'll find him and use him for organ. They'll try to use his organ stuff since it's a live Ghidorah. But I don't believe he'll have any big role in the movie. I believe he'll be there to explain why Godzilla would come to Skull Island. Check it out. I'm starting to believe Mechagodzilla won't have a big role in why Godzilla and Kong fight, but I think Ghidorah will rather instead. But Mechagodzilla will still play a big role in the movie and be there at Hong Kong to beat the shit out of the two. So, what do you guys think of this? I provided some evidence. In the lore, there is a three-headed creature under Skull Island. We don't know what it is, but there's so much evidence to suggest it would be King Ghidorah. What do you guys think about all this? Hope you all enjoy. As always, please share, subscribe. Hope you all have a great day. As always, peace out, and bye-bye.